Hello and welcome to today's Kusama and Polkadot Eco update video where I tell you the latest news that we've got from the Kusama and the Polkadot ecosystem. Now in today's video we've got really good news. Well, we're going to be talking about the BNC reward, so that's Bifrost Finance finally distributing the BNC reward. So that's the token from Bifrost Finance, of course, the one that you would have gotten if you had contributed to the crowd loan that they've held. And as you probably know, if you've been watching this channel, they have won the 5th parachain auction from the first batch of the Kusama parachain auctions. So what have they tweeted about here? Well, they've tweeted that Bifrost parachain mainnet is divided into 5 phases. The first phase has now completed and they're preparing for the second phase to enable the POA governance soon, and we'll take a look at the roadmap in a moment. But first, I just want to let you know, if you have contributed using the mint.ksm website in order to mint VSKSM by contributing with your KSM, then it doesn't matter because you still have access to those funds not only through their DApp, through their dashboard, which I've already spoken about in a previous video, but you also get access to them if you go to your polkadot.js web wallet. You go to Kusama and parachains on the drop down from the top left hand corner, and then you go to Bifrost. If you go to Bifrost, you will see the account, and in the account you're going to see your distribution. Now it is not transferable, so do not try to transfer it out to another wallet because the transfers are not actually enabled yet. That's coming later in a different phase. It's just for you to know that you have received your distribution. You can see how many tokens are vested for the 48 weeks and how many are transferable. But again, the transferable ones cannot be transferred until they enable transfers. Okay, so that's just to keep in mind, because if you do try to transfer, it's likely going to fail and it's likely going to use up a transaction fee. So why waste your tokens for nothing, right? So let's talk about the roadmap here. You could see that we've already finished with the first phase here, which was to win the parachain auction slot, of course. And then we've got the governance as the next phase, and then after governance, we've got, of course, the enabling of the transfer, opening the transfer. So we're finally going to be able to see a BNC likely listed on Kraken, on KuCoin, on OKX, and also on MEXC exchange. And likely also on gate.io, because I have seen Gate also list tokens from the parachain auctions. They have listed Karura, right? So it's likely that Gate are also going to list them, but it doesn't make much of a difference with Gate. It is a small exchange. I'm definitely more hyped up about Kraken and KuCoin, because these two are the bigger exchanges. And who knows, maybe if we get lucky, we will see a Binance listing. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see one anytime soon, because if Kraken is not, if Karura is not on Binance, then it's probably unlikely that we're going to see BNC on Binance, unless Lurpis, the CEO from Bifrost, knows CZ, is friends with CZ, or I don't know, has helped CZ in some way in the past, maybe, or maybe he's even paid him in BNC, or maybe they're going to receive a contribution too. Who knows? If that is the case, then we'll likely see the listing. But without that, it's quite tricky, right? It's unlikely that CZ is just going to decide to list Bifrost all of a sudden. There are just so many projects out there. It's likely that CZ is not even keeping an eye out, and unless somebody's bringing this to his attention, someone like a CEO or someone with a lot of influence.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
But anyway, we can hope. We can hope. Next, I want to talk about another big one, which is Aave. Aave and Centrifuge, okay? Because I don't usually talk about Aave. Like, I don't even think I did a review of Aave on this channel. I know about Aave. I've heard about them, right? The DeFi platform, and they're one of the top ones on CoinMarketCap in terms of ranking. I know that they're supported by the Gemini. I think they were actually bought. I'm not sure if it was an investment or they were actually bought by Gemini Exchange. So basically the Winklevoss twins. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know the full story there. I've just heard that they've got some sort of involvement. So Aave is definitely a big project, and I'm likely going to do a review on this channel in the near future. But it's Centrifuge that I want to focus on. So Aave and Centrifuge are working together. We've got this post here on the governance website for Aave. Somebody actually brought this to my attention, so I thought I'd cover it because now I do own some Centrifuge. I plan to get more Centrifuge while I still can, because once this gets into the eyes of the masses, then we're likely going to see Centrifuge really take off, because not many people likely check this governance website here for Aave. Not many people likely care about that. Most people are interested in the price. So when the teams are actually going to start tweeting about it to make it public, that's when it's going to go into the eyes of many. So the big one here is that Endbridge, with the support of Centrifuge, is proposing to add real-world assets permission market on Aave to enable businesses to finance their tokenized financial assets using crypto and allow investors to diversify their portfolio with uncorrelated stable assets. So that's huge here, because this shows you that Centrifuge are supporting Aave, and if Aave have such a huge backing and they're so known now in the community, imagine like how is that going to put Centrifuge into the spotlight, right? How, in which way? And I think it's going to be in a really positive way. So that's likely also going to help Altair, right? It's likely going to help Altair when it comes to the crowd loan as well. So there's going to be some competition there, but of course there's plenty of space. I mean, remember we have the next batch of the Kusama parachain auctions is also going to be five parachains. So we're going to have Basilisk competing with Altair, competing with Kilt as the top 3 giants of the second batch, in my opinion, and then we'll have to see who else is going to compete. But yeah, I mean, there are 5 spots, so those 3 are likely going to be taken by those 3 projects. Now let's talk a little bit about the summary here. So their goal is to launch the first permission market for real-world assets on the Aave protocol. This will allow Aave depositors to earn yield against stable, uncorrelated real-world collateral, while Centrifuge asset originators can borrow money from Aave, automatically balance capital needs, and provide an alternative collateral to volatile crypto assets. Currently, there are 10 live pools on the Tin Lake protocol, which is part of Centrifuge, of course, ranging from real estate to supply chain finances to music streaming invoices, as you can see here. Now, the motivation is that RWA bear monumental potential for DeFi in regards to volume, adoption, and risk diversification. Pioneering lending in DeFi Aave could be the game changer for millions of businesses by providing instant bankless liquidity. When bridging the regulated world of TradeFi to trustless DeFi, you encounter challenges that only a few in DeFi have taken on so far. Centrifuge is planning to make use of the new permission pool feature on Aave, which is designed to be compliant with AML regulations and US securities guidelines, and the pool itself will be public on Ethereum but only accessible to those that undergo KYC verification. Each Tin Lake pool has two tokens, Drop and Tin. Drop is the senior tranche token, protected by the Tin token, which takes the first losses. We want to use these Drop tokens as collateral for borrowing DAI. Please note that there is 1 Drop token per Tin Lake pool. Example, New Silver, real estate backed loans, etc. Currently, the majority of Tin Lake pools are denominated in DAI, meaning liquidity providers investing in a pool deposit DAI and receive interest bearing Drop tokens in return. On the permissioned RWA market in Aave, investors will be able to provide liquidity for a blended portfolio of Drop tokens. The design of the Tin Lake infrastructure is focused on composability and allows for different types of investors to invest in a single pool. Some of their partners they work with are already onboarded to MakerDAO's MCD. This means individual pools have corresponding vault on Maker and mint new DAI against their Drop collateral token. With the launch of the Centrifuge market on Aave, the asset originators will gain additional liquidity sources and will be able to move their collateral freely between platforms following the best conditions instead of being siloed. To make beginnings easier for the asset originators, they will accept DAI and branch out to other stablecoins long term. So that's awesome, right? And it just shows you, like, now that we're seeing this whole ecosystem evolve, DeFi is evolving, and now with real world assets into play, I think this is going to be huge for both Centrifuge and for Aave. All right, I'm not going to go through and read the whole thing here because there's quite a lot of it. As you can see here, there's quite a lot of information. But if you go down here in this list, and I'm going to be posting a link to this website for those interested to read the whole thing. Let's scroll down here to talk about this. Where is it? This one here down at the bottom. So there's an update, and this was posted 18 hours ago. They've updated some of the initial proposed risk parameters and made minor changes to the liquidation threshold and the liquidation bonus, thanks to the Aave team. Find the updated table post above. They're really excited to push this forward and are currently preparing an Aave snapshot as a next step. They've received primarily positive feedback and votes on the proposal here on the forum, and they want to confirm it with the Aave snapshot community. So that's going to be good because again, this is not an airdrop or anything. Initially when I read this, I thought it is that, but apparently it's not related to an airdrop, so we'll have to find out later what it is. But it's definitely something big for Centrifuge and is likely going to put Centrifuge into the spotlight. And I think this is the reason why the price has been doing well today. I know that the whole market has been doing well today, but Centrifuge is trading at just $1 right now. It's like around $1.01, $1.02, fluctuating between that, but it's holding quite well at $1 after having that humongous pop from 65 cents all the way up to over $1, then pulled back a little bit to like 80 something cents, and now it's holding strong around $1 once again. So again, if Centrifuge goes into the spotlight thanks to Aave and it gets some new exchange listings, I mean, you could expect Centrifuge to do really well. And that's why I want it to be a back holder, just to not miss out on that, right? And aside from that, like we also have to keep in mind that Centrifuge is going to get listed on CoinList, okay? And they're going to get listed with the substrate version, not the Ethereum version. So it's not going to be the wrapped Centrifuge, which is the one that's trading on KuCoin at the moment, but actually the substrate version, which is the one that you can hold in your polkadot.js wallet. And apparently there's going to be a swap functionality as well. So you'll be able to send some wrapped CFG over there in order to swap it for the substrate version. But I am expecting it to be listed, or not listed, but supported by KuCoin, right? And if that happens, then of course the swap can be done on KuCoin directly, unless they're going to create some kind of tool. Ideally they should have a tool, but if not possible, even on KuCoin, that would be awesome, right? Just send your CFG to KuCoin and then do the swap and then withdraw to substrate, right? When they're going to enable it. Right now it's not enabled, but yeah, they're starting with CoinList, so that's the other update I wanted to talk about. So yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to seeing how Centrifuge progresses. As long as the market keeps on doing well, we're all going to be making great gains from the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems. I'm really hyped about these two ecosystems. They're really solid. They're just at the beginning and we got to give them a shot to see what they're going to be capable of doing. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.